Hi everyone, my name is Emmanuel, and for my final project, I created a PCAP malware analyzer. So it's pretty much as it says, takes in a PCAP, does analysis on it, and returns to the user any potential malware that may exist in that on the network that the PCAP was generated from. Um, this was a bit challenging because I couldn't find much things to help me until I finally came across an API that was very helpful, that did the lion's share of the work, and I pretty much just had to leverage that API, and from there everything was much easier. So I'm just gonna run through one or two PCAP files to give everybody an idea of how this works. You're more than welcome to download it yourself and try it out. But I'm just going to give a quick run through of how it looks. Please note that for one, I'm using a Linux VM, so I am not 100% sure how this will work with Windows. With Mac, I would imagine it would be very similar. Windows, I've never been a fan of Windows, so I don't use it, as I avoid it as much as possible. Um, so here, as we can see, I'm just gonna let me start. So here we have the module itself, the three PCAP files. I'll go through probably two of them just to give everybody an idea of how this works, of how it looks. This uses Python 3, so please be advised if you're trying to run this, make sure you use Python 3. It will not work otherwise, and you will have errors, and I don't know what to say for you. Anyway, so yeah, there's a little GUI that I created. Try to make it as nice as possible. Unfortunately, didn't have as much time as I would have liked. So it's a bit plain, but it gets the idea across. So first and foremost, you have two choices. You can either provide an MD5 hash or you can provide a file path. For this, I'm just going to provide a file path. Please make sure if your file is not in the same directory as the Python module, that you must provide the full path. Otherwise, it's fine for you to just write something like this, PCAP. Verbose, pretty much all verbose does, if you set it to true, you get to see everything. So it prints for you to show you what the details look like, what's going on behind the scenes, and it also gives you a full summary report. So there are different sniffers that I'm using that pretty much help analyze the PCAP file. If they don't find anything, if they don't find anything, by default, I don't show anything from those. I don't show any results from those, unless you choose verbose to be true. So just to give an idea, I'm gonna set it to be true, so we can all see how it works. I'll hit submit, and as you can see, here are the results. So the malware analysis results, as we can see here, it gives you the file name. It also gives you the MD5 hash. And here are the list of all the scanners that were used to scan this PCAP file. And as we can see, all of these return none. So it assumes that there are nothing that lives on this PCAP file. Also, if we go into the directory, we can see that there was let me just do it here. If I ls here, we can see that there was a malware results text. So if we go and we vim, all right, yeah, sorry, don't have Vim. Yeah, I don't have Vim on this this virtual machine. I barely use it. Mainly use my desktop one. But anyway, so here you can see all of this report that's very similar to what you saw in the output, just to make it nicer for the user to see. So this is pretty much the main gist of it. I can show you another. We'll go through one more example. If I go up here, so as you can see, we can remove this here, and then I will rerun the project. As you can see, there's also a Nitroba PCAP. For those of you that may be wondering, this is actually one of the PCAP files from our homework assignment from the Nitroba case. For this one, I'm going to set verbose to be false so we can see the difference. As you can see, we have there's no extra text. Everything is very simple and straight to the point. The difference, as you can see, we only show what scanners return true. So here's the MD5 hash, the file name itself, and here are the results. So these scanners, this scanner cat-quick-heal found this as a potential worm that exists. It also Nano Antivirus found one as well. Avast found one as well. And if we come into here, we open up this file, we can see the exact same results that shows up here. So yeah, so that's pretty much what I wrote. You're more than willing to look at the code to find what's going on behind the scenes. As I said, I found an API that made this very, very helpful for me because honestly, I wanted to try and find something that I could leverage that would help me go a bit more in depth, but I struggled to find that. I really didn't find anything helpful in that regard. But I did find an API that managed to help leverage, that I was able to leverage, that helped do the lion's share of the work. Also, as you realize that I didn't have the Vim installed, this is not a VM that I use. This is on my Surface. I mainly use the VM on my desktop. And unfortunately, I was not able to use the VM on my desktop to display this video due to the fact that I don't have any, I didn't have any audio on this. So I apologize for that, and hence the reason this is also very small. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That was my final project. Please, if you have any comments or any suggestions, I'm very much so open to them. And yeah, so thank you for watching, and I hope everybody enjoyed the presentation.